Welcome back to another episode of Swift Tips with SwiftTise. I am your host, Ebony Rose, owner and CEO of SwiftTise. Please like and share this video. This video right here is a special edition, a special segment. It's not necessarily a tip, but it's kind of like a get to know SwiftTise kind of thing. So before I get into it, please like and share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. For those of you that have been with us since last year, this is our second year of doing Swift Tips with SwiftTise. We appreciate you all for your support, for your feedback, for your likes, for your shares, for your comments, for everything. It's been a journey, and I am so glad to have you here. If you are new, welcome. And if you do not know what Swift Tips with SwiftTise is, it's just where we come and we talk about tips for your business, content planning, social media tips, all of that stuff. So welcome. Please like and share the video. And today's topic is going to be, you've all probably have seen it already. We are going to talk about who is SwiftTise. That would be me. That would be my business. Who is SwiftTise? So I have gotten questions over the last few months or years, pretty much since I've started SwiftTise. And people have wanted to know what is the name, like what does the name mean? So we're going to talk about the SwiftTise name. So SwiftTise, not SwiftTise, but it's SwiftTise. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our history. So, I started becoming very, very creative a few years ago, like years ago. I would say like 7 years ago. And I would just start playing around with different things, different platforms to make graphics and stuff, And then I started to really, really get into it when I started to make flyers and stuff for my church. So I started getting creative with creating flyers and, different graphics. And I started to really, really get into it when I started creating flyers for my church. And I found that I really, 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 really enjoyed making flyers. And I even started playing around with websites. I really got my hands in to making websites and flyers and promotional videos, any type of content that I could get my hands on. And then I started seeing like different companies that would make flyers for people, and their turnaround time was like, long. It was like a week or something. And I was like, I can do this in like a day or hours, I could do it really, really quickly. So I was like, okay, it's time for, and people kept telling me, you need to come out with a business. You need to have a website. You need to start, having people book you to do stuff for them. And I'm like, fear kicked in. And I was like, no. But then I finally said, you know what? I'm going to do this. So I started to look for names, and nothing was clicking. Nothing was clicking. So one day, I was like, okay, I like to do things quickly and still have it be good quality. So the word Swift was in my head, and I'm like, okay, Swift flyers. I had that name for a little bit, or I had social flyers. I was trying to play around with the name because it was social media based, and I really wanted to like have the target audience be folks that weren't really interested in creating their own content. I was going to just do it for them. That was going to be my market. That was going to be my niche. So, Swift was still in my head, and I'm like, okay, Swift. And I kept saying the word advertisement. And I'm like, okay, Swift advertisement. I'm like, no, I don't like that. And I don't know how I came around to it, but I said SwiftTisement. But then I was like, no, SwiftTise. I was like, oh, SwiftTise. So that's how I came up with the name. I was just playing around with, different social media terms and the turnaround that I wanted to have connected to my brand, which was like under 24 hours turnaround. SwiftTise, Swift advertisement, Swift content for your needs, for your social media needs was my slogan or my background or whatever. So that is how I came up with the name. And over the years, the last 2 years, I would say, it was me helping people with websites, helping people with content for their businesses to help launch them with their businesses and give them graphics to do that in a quick turnaround. I think my first website that I did for one of my clients, I did in 2 weeks. So everything was like swift. Everything was quick. Everything was meant to be a quick turnaround. So I just stuck with the name. And, over time, leading up to the present day now, I am now going into a more consultant type of role where I'm consulting people on what they can do with their content, what they can do with their websites, giving them tips on content creation, content planning, website building, social media tricks, tips and tricks, all the things social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, everything, so it kind of led into that, as I started taking classes and, feeding myself more information so that I can relay it to my audience and to everyone. That's how it started to grow into this. Now it's like this more consulting. So I'm trying to get people to see that this is not, it can be overwhelming, but with SwiftTise, we take the burden off of you and we make it fun. We make it light. We make it fun. We don't make it stressful. We don't give you all these big terms. We get right to it. That's why SwiftTips with SwiftTise is not long at all. It's not meant to be long. Everything is meant to be quick, short, but to the point, impactful, with purpose, intention, good quality, and all the time, across the board. When you meet with me, those are meant to be intentional meetings. We get to the point, we get things done, and that has been what I have stuck by, since I started SwiftTise. So that is who we are. That is what I do. And I absolutely love what I do. I love to help people when they have, events going on, or, be behind the scenes on the tech side of things, and just, we also offer help with Zoom classes. A lot of people don't know how to use Zoom. So we take the stress out of that, where we can sit with you, take time with you, go over all of the tools, all of the buttons and whistles that Zoom has. And, so we love what we do. And SwiftTips with SwiftTise has grown to be part of what we are doing for our audience. Another freebie to give out to our audience when they need certain tips on certain things. And coming soon, probably most likely in 2024, we're going to be offering some courses. And I'm very excited because I'm just branching out into different avenues and I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. And if you don't already know, next month we will be having our very first it's a free webinar. It's not a long webinar. Again, we do things short to the point, but it's going to be packed with tons of information for you. So that is going to be happening October 14th. At 7 p.m. So make sure you go to our website. Okay. Make sure you go to our website, register. It is free. It's only going to be 30 minutes, 7 p.m. to 7:30. And we're going to have some offers that are going to be very limited after this webinar. So make sure that you register. That is the only way you can take part in the offer. So make sure you visit our website and register so that you can get the offer. I'm very, very excited because this is my first webinar, and it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. It's a content creation webinar. We're talking all things content, and it's leading up into the courses where we're going to do a deep dive into content creation. But it's going to be a deep dive, but it's going to be very, very easy to understand. And I'm excited. So that is all. That is who SwiftTise is. And I hope you all have been enjoying our Swift Tips every Monday at 9 a.m. So visit our website and you can email us at info@swifttise.com. We are always here to help you answer any questions. visit our website. You can chat with us on there. You can call us. Our number is on our website. And we are more than happy to help you with content, courses, anything you need, reach out to us. So that is all for today. We will see you next week at 9 a.m. for our last segment of September. And then we will be moving into October, another month down. But we enjoy what we do, and we could not do it without the support of our audience and our clients, everyone. So we thank you so much for tuning in every Monday, whether you're watching it live or watching the replay, or booking a session with us, or sharing our content. Whatever it is, we thank you and we appreciate you for doing that. So we will see you next week at 9 a.m. Take care.